The story begins with a security guard named H, who is delivering a large amount of cash to a bank with his partner, Bullet. Suddenly, their truck is stopped and tear gas is released inside. When H steps out of the truck, the criminals see him and get so scared that they run away without taking anything. Bullet later tells his team, "There's definitely something off about this guy. The way those thugs ran like they saw a ghost." Just 2 weeks earlier, a man named Patrick Hill had applied for a job at a cash transport company. This company specializes in securely moving large amounts of money. Terry, a senior officer at the company, was impressed by Patrick's resume but warned him that the job is dangerous. He explained that 5 months ago, one of their cash vans was attacked. Thieves dressed as construction workers surrounded the van, threw a grenade inside, and killed both the driver and guard on the spot. After stealing the money, they vanished. Terry asked Patrick if he still wanted the job, and he said yes. That's when Bullet entered and met Patrick for the first time. Bullet told him, "From now on, you'll be known as H. Never tell anyone your real name." H's 60-hour training began right away, where he had to score at least 70% to pass. He did just enough to get by. His shooting was barely acceptable, and in the driving test, he drove well but messed up while reversing. Bullet introduced H to the team called Formula One. Everyone used fake names to protect their real identities, since they dealt with large amounts of cash daily. After training, H received his weapons and started working. One day, Dave and his partner John were preparing for a big delivery. Bullet replaced John with H at the last minute. On the way, Dave warned H that the job could get him killed. H replied calmly, "Let's see how dangerous it really is." During the trip, Dave told H that 5 months ago, he was supposed to be in the van that was attacked, but he took the day off because he had been drinking the night before. That's the only reason he survived. H asked, "Why did you take that day off?" Dave admitted he had doubts. Maybe someone from the inside was involved in the robbery. But he had already answered all this during the police inquiry. They arrived at a building to pick up $2 million. Bullet took H with him to see if he could actually do the job. They successfully brought the money back to the depot, which had tight security. Everyone had to pass through security checks. H carefully observed all the employees' ID cards before heading to the rest area. There, people started talking about how H never spoke much. One employee tried asking H about his past jobs. H said he worked for a major company in Europe and ended the conversation there. This made everyone more suspicious of him. The next day, H, Dave, and Bullet went out for a smaller delivery. Suddenly, Bullet was taken hostage and the kidnappers demanded millions in cash. Dave panicked and suggested they leave, as per protocol. But the kidnappers warned that if anyone left, Bullet would be killed. H told Dave, "We should pay them and get Bullet back. His life is worth more than the money." The kidnappers forced Dave to carry the money to a parked truck. As H started transferring the cash, he intentionally threw one bag outside. When a kidnapper stepped out to retrieve it, H shot him and quickly took down all the other kidnappers, like a total pro. Dave and Bullet were shocked to see how easily H took out the entire gang. The police later interrogated H, suspecting he might be a secret agent. But H claimed he just got lucky. When shown footage of the earlier robbery, H said he wasn't working with the company back then. After the incident, H was reassigned to a desk job for a month. His senior told him it was company policy to give him time to mentally recover. H asked, "Do I look depressed to you?" Just then, the company owner showed up and praised H, saying, "This guy isn't made for desk work. He's a warrior." Meanwhile, an FBI agent called his superior and said, "This is the same guy our bureau has been searching for over 25 years. But the boss replied, "Don't act yet. Let him finish what he came here to do." A woman later came to H and handed him a file containing employee data and a post-mortem report. After studying it, H suspected a guard named Dana and broke into her home. He held her at gunpoint and questioned her about the large amount of cash she had. Dana confessed she had stolen it from a liquor store, planning to use it after retirement. She claimed it was her first and last crime. H warned her not to hide anything from him and left. The story now goes back 5 months. H was with his son Dougie when he got a call from a man named Mike, the same guy who had fled after seeing H during the truck robbery. Mike wanted to know which direction a Fortico truck would take. H's job was to scout and pass along that info. After tipping off Mike, H returned to his son with food. Just then, the truck was attacked under a bridge, and the thieves noticed Dougie witnessing the crime. They shot him to eliminate the witness. H tried to intervene but was shot and badly wounded. Though he survived, his son died, and his wife blamed him for it. We learned that H was actually the leader of a major criminal gang. The robbers who killed his son were from a rival group. H's wife left him for good. Filled with rage, H ordered his men to wipe out local gangs to find the killer, but they found nothing. Mike then suggested the attack might have involved someone inside Fortico. To dig deeper, H adopted a new identity, Patrick Hill. He also retrieved his son's post-mortem report. Meanwhile, we're introduced to a new gang of former soldiers led by Jackson. Among them is Jan, the man who killed Dougie. The gang plans another major heist, this time aiming for $50 million on Black Friday, when Fortico handles tons of cash. Later, Bullet reveals to H that he's the inside man feeding info to Jackson's gang. He invites H to join them and get rich. H pretends to agree. It's exactly the chance he's been waiting for. They drive the truck to a secret location, where some gang members sneak inside. At the depot, they hold the guards hostage. One guard manages to trigger the alarm, alerting police. A fight breaks out, and the gang, wearing bulletproof vests, takes control. H is tied up but manages to escape, put on one of the gang's outfits, and disguise himself as one of them. Bullet then reveals his true colors and kills Dave and Dana. Only Jackson, Bullet, and Jan survive, though Jackson is badly injured. They escape through underground tunnels with the money. Jackson starts suspecting Jan might betray them, and he's right. Jan slits Jackson's throat and escapes with Bullet. Later, Jan kills Bullet too and escapes with the cash, thinking he's finally free. Back at his apartment, Jan hears a phone ring inside one of the money bags. As he answers it, he realizes H is in the apartment. H tells him, "That boy you shot, he was my son." H shows him the autopsy report that confirmed how Dougie was killed, then kills Jan the same way Dougie was killed. H exits the building, where an FBI officer waits. He hands over all the money and quietly drives off.